Hey there, Setonians. My name is Apollo, and welcome back to the weekly feature interview. This week, we've got Dr. Rosalie Carpenter to interview. How are you doing, Rosalie?
I'm awesome. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
So
To start off, could you tell us a little bit about your role here at Seton Hill? What you kind of do here?
Yeah, absolutely. So, my title is I serve as the Vice President for Student Affairs, Planning, and Athletics. I've been here 7 years at the institution, and I like to think I have one of the best jobs on campus. I kind of focus on life outside of the classroom. So, in the student affairs lens, that's really campus housing, orientation, student organizations, counseling, health services, diversity and inclusion, international student services. I have a really fun job. For the planning side, I just help facilitate the university's strategic plan. And then on the athletic side, that has been a really fun piece of this. And I get to work with all of the coaches and athletics administration in my role, kind of reporting to the president.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a really important job here at Seton Hill, working with everyone to make sure everything's flowing real smoothly in those departments. Could you talk to us a little bit more about the athletic side and what you do there?
Yeah, so the athletics piece is such a big piece of Seton Hill, right? We have 20 NCAA Division II athletic teams, close to 600 student athletes on our campus.
Wow.
And yeah, it is and an important part of the student experience, both for student athletes and for non-athletes. And I think in addition to those teams, we also have groups like esports and cheer and dance and band and you all as student groups that are supporting collegiate athletics. In my role, it's really to ensure a high quality student experience. So that can be looking at facilities, that can be working with coaches on development for them as professionals. It's on budget allocation, it's around compliance issues, making sure that our students are compliant and eligible for their sport. It's making sure they get good media coverage and our website's updated,
Yeah.
that they have cool gear to wear, all those kinds of things with athletics. But it really focuses on the student athlete experience so they get to do what they love within their sport, but also have a great educational experience and leave here as graduates.
One more thing for you. If there was a student who had a problem relating to the things that you were talking about, how might they reach out to you or your department?
Yeah, that's a great question. And while we're focusing on athletics, I'd love to open this to any student at Seton Hill, right? So for me, I have an open door policy. My office is in Mora, right next to the solarium. It could be as simple as just popping in. I'm also really good on email, right? We're always connected to our phones and our devices. But email me at rcarpenter@setonhill.edu, or I'm around a lot. So if you see me at a game or on the sideline or at a student program or event, I was at bingo the other night. Just stop by and say hi. I'd like to make an appointment, or can I talk to you for a minute? And that's really important to me, that students feel that they can come approach me and have a conversation, that I can either help them directly or connect them to the best resource for whatever they need. So I can be a first stop, I can be a last stop, but that's why I do what I do. Just want to help students be successful in whatever way that they can be. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you very much for joining me here. I really appreciate it. And I really
Yeah.
appreciate your insight and your dedication to the Hill.
Thank
It's really nice.
you.
Thank you very much for joining me on this week's feature interview. See you in the next one.